Morning, my dear students. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. So, here I am with my lecture number 12 of Elementary Economics, class 9th. Students, in this video, we shall be discussing about chapter number 3, that is, an economy, its sectors, basic concepts, and entities. I have already covered 5 videos covering this chapter, and this is my 6th video. So, those who haven't seen those videos yet, kindly first see that. So students, in my previous video, I have explained you the meaning of services, its features, the meaning of wealth, the classification of wealth, the meaning of welfare, and the types of welfare we have discussed in my previous video. So in this video, we shall be covering the leftover topics of this chapter. So let's proceed to our first topic, that is meaning of utility. Now in the previous video also I have explained you the meaning of utility. So let's revise once again the definition of utility. When a commodity has this capacity to satisfy human wants, suppose you want some commodity, you want a bicycle, and when you purchases a bicycle and that is very much good in use, so that means your wants are now satisfied. Your wants are satisfied, that means your utility is satisfied. So thus utility of a commodity is the want satisfying power of a commodity. By the when your wants are fully satisfied when you consume a commodity, that is called as a utility. Means your utility are fully satisfied after the consumption of a particular commodity. So when a commodity has a capacity to satisfy human wants, then the commodity has a utility. Just I hope so the meaning is very much clear to you. In the previous video also I have explained you the meaning of utility. So let's come to the next topic, that is features of utility, very important topic. So the first feature is utility has got no real existence. So whether the person gets more utility or less utility, means more satisfaction or less satisfaction, depends totally on that person. This is completely a psychological factor. It's depend totally on that individual and his will to get satisfied by that commodity. Suppose, just understand this with this one example, that if a smoker who regularly smokes cigarettes, if a smoker quits smoking, then the consumption of a cigarette will not provide him any utility. So it does not have got any real existence. That if the same commodity was earlier providing him satisfaction, so the same commodity will provide him satisfaction in the future also. It is not dependent on that factor. So utility can has not got any real existence, means its satisfaction can be varied, just it is not fixed. So whether any person gets more utility or less utility is only a psychological factor. And you can also write one example explaining this point, that if a smoker who regularly smokes a cigarette quits smoking, then the consumption of a cigarette will not provide him any type of utility in comparison to the regular smoker. So thus utility has not got any real existence, means it's totally dependent on an individual. So I hope so this point is very much clear to you. Now utility is relative term, means the same individuals may get different utilities from the same commodities at different point of time. So from the same individuals also utilities can be varied, it is not fixed. Suppose you have consumed a candy bar. Suppose you have consumed a candy bar because you want to eat a candy bar, but it is not dependent that every time you eat the candy bar you will get the same satisfaction. Sometimes you want to eat the candy bar, sometimes you don't want to eat. So it depends on the mood of the individual. So it is not dependent that every time whenever you consume the candy bar you get the same amount of satisfaction. It depends on the mood of the person who is consuming. So utility is a relative term, means the same individuals may get the different utilities from the same commodities. Remember, from the same commodities at the different point of time. So same individuals also may get different utilities from even the same commodities at different point of time. And this we have experienced in our practical life also. So I hope so. This 2 points you must have got. Let's come to the point number third. That is, utility does not have any moral significance. Now, utility does not have any connection with the moral significance. You cannot say that utility can be satisfied only when you have a moral want. Suppose a person wants drug, a harmful drug. He wants to consume a harmful drug. So it cannot be said that utility can be satisfied only when it will be moral in sense. Drug is not a moral want. It's a harmful drug. It is not a morally justifiable want. But still, if a drug addictor is wanting drug and if he gets the drug, so his utility is satisfied. Utility does not have any moral connection, does not um, it's fulfilled just only when the want will be moral. Just it can be fulfilled whether the want is moral or not. It would be fulfilled when you consume the particular commodity. So utility does not have any moral significance. Now fourth one is, utility and satisfaction are not the same. Of course they are not the same. Now utility, the pleasure that the person expects from a commodity, is called the utility. The satisfaction which a person expects, which a person wants, that suppose you want a bicycle, so you want that the bicycle should run very smoothly, should run without any disturbance, and should be very smooth looking, also should be very tidy also. So all that which you want from a commodity, this is known as utility, while the actual pleasure which you gets after the consumption of a commodity is known as satisfaction. So whatever you expects, that is known as utility, and whatever you actually gets, that is known as a satisfaction which we obtained. So thus we can say that both are different in sense. So utility and satisfaction cannot be termed as the same terms. They are totally different, because utility is what we actually expects and satisfaction is what we actually gets. So both are different in sense. So I hope so you have got all the four features taught till here. So let's come to a point number 5, that is, utility cannot be measured cardinally. It is cannot be measured in numbers. Cardinally means in numbers. In numbers it cannot be measured. Suppose you want to consume a milk, so milk cannot be measured in numbers. You can measure by counting the number of cups which you want to consume, but you can't measure the amount of milk you have consumed. So Alfred Marshall believed that a utility cannot be measured in terms of numbers. For example, consumption of milk cannot be measured in terms of cardinal numbers. Thus, utility cannot be measured cardinally. So I hope so all the 5 features are very much clear to you. Let's proceed to our topic number 2, that is creation of utility. Now, just in how many ways utility can be created? What are the types of utility also you can say this topic? The first creation is form utility. Form, changing the form of a product. To understand in more simpler terms, Form utility is known as when raw materials are changed into finished product in finished goods. Whenever we change the form of a product, form of any product, means changing the raw material from the finished goods, is known as form utility. It's created when we change the form of a product. For example, carpenter creates utility when he makes a table out of wood. So wood is a raw material, wood is a raw material, and table is a finished good. So that means here our carpenter is changing the form of a product. He is converting the wood into a table. So that means a form is being produced here by the carpenter. So I hope so the form utility is very much clear to you. It means changing the form of a product means converting the raw material into finished product. Now place utility. Next one is place utility. Just it is created by transporting a commodity from one place to another. So place utility is created when we transfer the product from one place to the another place. So it's very much clear. Example can be, of course, transportation here. Of course, it's given transportation. So we have discussed form utility and place utility till now. So I hope so it is very much clear to you. Next is service utility. Now this type of utility is created when the people provide different types of services. Now this type of utility is created when the people are offered the different types of services, like doctors, lawyers, when they offer the services. So that means they are creating the which type of utility? Service utility. When the services are being offered, that means it is a type of form of service utility. It's very easy, it's not very difficult to understand. Now fourth one is time utility. Now this type of utility is created by storing the surplus goods in the warehouses until they are sold to the consumers. To understand this type of utility, first you should know that when the manufacturers produces the product, they produces the goods in bulk. They produces the goods in bulk. Means in large quantities. Now is it mandatory that whatever amount of goods that the manufacturers has produced, will all the goods be sold off immediately? Will all the goods which the manufacturers have, suppose he has produced 10 tables, suppose he has produced 10 tables, so is that possible that all the 10 tables after producing will be sold off immediately? Sold off, will it be possible? No, it's not possible. These It is not possible that all the 10 tables will be sold off immediately. It's not possible. So these 10 tables, just or the leftover tables, should need to be stored in some place, so that whenever the consumers want in future, they can be provided. These leftover tables should be stored in some place. And what place? The place where it is stored is known as warehouse. It's known as warehouse. Warehouse. So this time utility is created when we store the surplus goods, when we store the extra goods in the warehouse. So this creates the time utility, means storing the goods until they are sold to the consumers. Till the time they are sold to consumers, they are being stored in the warehouse, and by this the time utility is created, because it's balancing the time between the consumption. It is balancing the time between the consumption and the production and the consumption. It is balancing the time between the production and the consumption. Just remember that it is balancing the time between production and consumption, and time utility is created by storing the extra goods in the warehouse until they are sold off to the consumers. So I hope so the definition and the concept of time utility is very much clear to you. So let's come to the next topic. This types of utility is over. There are four utilities we have discussed. So let's come to our last topic of this video, that is types of utility. In general, there are two types of utility. First is total utility. Now, total utility means total amount of satisfaction. Total amount of satisfaction which we derived after the consumption of a particular commodity can be termed as a total utility. In short, it can be written as TU also. TU also. So total utility may be defined as the total amount of satisfaction, which we get from that particular commodity can be termed as total utility. It's very easy, it's not that difficult. Now the difficult one is marginal utility. Now to understand this term, let's first understand one example. Suppose you are hungry and you want to consume a chapati. You are hungry and you have eaten one chapati. So that one chapati has given you some utility. Now if you are still hungry and you want to consume one more chapati, so will that it be possible that you get the equal amount of utility? No, you will get the less utility, because now your hunger is much more satisfied. Your hunger is less than the previous one, so you will get the less utility. Suppose you want to consume one more chapati, so will it be possible that you get the same utility? No, you will get the less utility in comparison to the previous one, because now your hunger is more satisfied. Now you are less hungry than the previous one. Now suppose if your some space is left still in your stomach and you want to consume one more chapati this time, so will it be possible that you have the same utility here? No, you will have the less utility in comparison to the previous one. So after the consumption of every commodity, MU can be defined as after the consumption of every commodity, we get the lesser amount of utility. Whenever we start consuming the commodity one by one, so after the consumption of each and every commodity, our utility is decreasing. Our utility is decreasing. So that means whenever we consume the one commodity and one by one, then the amount of utility we are getting, it goes on decreasing. So hence we can say that change in total utility, marginal utility, can be defined as change in the total utility when the amount of commodity consumed changes by 1 unit. When we keep on adding in the commodity and when we keep on adding in the commodity and the total utility is changed, that is known as marginal utility. I have make you understand by that example that if you are hungry, you want to eat one chapati, then after that you also want to eat one more chapati, then you get the less satisfaction or less utility. One more you want to consume, you get less utility. So that means with the consumption of every additional unit, marginal utility means the satisfaction goes on decrease. So students, here is one formula given, that is mu equals to tu n plus 1 minus tu n. So here 1 is the additional utility which you have consumed, additional unit which you have consumed. So TUN, N is the commodity and one is the additional commodity. So difference between the additional commodity minus the total utility derived from the consumption is known as mu. So you have to remember the formula also, and you have to write along with the writing the definition part also. So you need to learn this formula very much carefully, that mu equals to TUN plus 1 minus TUN. So change in total utility when the when you have consumed one more amount of commodity, so that is known as marginal utility. So this was the end of this video, and thank you for watching. And if you have any problem, just mention in the comment section. Do like and subscribe my channel, and have a nice day.